Welcome to my channel. We are asked to find the length of BD, this BD here. Okay, we are asked to find the length of BD, and we are asked to show that angle BCD is equal to 90 degrees. BCD, that means this place. We are asked to prove that it's 90 degrees. Now, this is a very simple thing, and it's under the topic trigonometry. Okay, this is trigonometry. Trigonometry. Okay, all right. Now, how do we find this? I want to introduce you to what is called Pythagoras theorem. So stay tuned and learn this. Pythagoras theorem states that when you have a right angled triangle, this is a right angled triangle. Okay, this right angled triangle has three sides. Now this side, and this side. Okay, now it's saying that this longest side that is facing this right angle, we call it the hypotenuse. Okay, the hypotenuse. Then the other remaining sides, let's call this A and let's call this B. Now the longest side, which is the hypotenuse, let's call it H. We are told, according to Pythagoras, that this side squared, that is the H squared, is going to be equal to this A squared plus this B squared. Are you following me? Now this is what we are going to use to solve what we have here. All right, now let's bring this home and relate it to what we have here. When you look at this board now, you notice that this is a right angle triangle. Forget that they drew it like this. It's still a right angle. Then this side that this right angle is facing, this is the DB that we are asked to find. The BD that we are asked to find is actually the hypotenuse of the triangle. Now we are going to use Pythagoras theorem, which says that the hypotenuse squared, which is the BD we are looking for, the BD we are looking for is going to be equal to this side squared, right? 3.3 squared plus this side squared, which is 5.6 squared. I hope you are following me. All right, so we have that our BD squared is equal to 3.3 squared will give us 3.3 squared. 3.3 times 3.3 is going to give us 10.89. Okay, so we have 10.89 here. Okay, plus 5.6 squared. 5.6 times 5.6 is going to give us 31.36. 31.36. Now our BD squared is equal to 10.89 plus 31.36. 10.89 plus 31.36. You are going to have 42.25. So we have 42.25 as what? As BD squared. But we are looking for BD. How do you now get BD? For you to clear this square, you need to take what? Take square roots of both sides. So you take what? Square roots of both sides. Take square roots of what? Both sides. Now when you do that, BD, square root of BD squared is going to cancel this square. So you are left with only what? BD is going to be equal to square root of what? 42.25. If you have followed me to this level, it means that you are actually enjoying what I'm doing. Okay, so I think it's time for you to click on that subscription button. So please subscribe to the channel if you have not done that, and then on your notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. Okay, all right, now BD is equal to square root of 42.25. Now what is square root of 42.25? We are going to get that soon. 42.25 is 6.5. So this is 6.5 centimeters. So we have succeeded in getting the value of BD. So we have answered question A. Okay, now let us answer the second question, which says show that angle BCD is 90 degrees. That's, we should show that here is 90 degrees. For us to show that this angle C here is 90 degrees, it means that this particular place is our hypotenuse this time around again, right? But it means that when we do this squared and we add this squared plus this squared, just like we did here, we are supposed to get the same answer that we got when we use this particular angle to solve. Okay, so we are going to do that. Once you're able to establish the same answer that we got here from here, that means the angle here is 90 degrees, but because that is the only way this place is going to be 90 degrees. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to clean this right now. So if you are not looking for this place, if we are on this angle, For us to prove that this C is 90 degrees, that means our DB is our hypotenuse again. Okay, so our DB squared is going to be equal to 3.9 squared, 3.9 squared plus 5.2 squared, 5.2 squared. Okay, now what is 3.9 squared? 3.9 times 3.9 is going to give us 15.21. So this squared is what? 15.21 plus 5.2 squared. 5.2 times 5.2. You're going to have 27.04. Okay, now our DB squared is equal to 27.04 plus 15.21. We're going to have 42.25. 42.25. Now to clear this square sign, what are we going to do? We take square root of both sides. So take square root of both sides. So you're going to have square root of DB will give you the same thing. Still going to give you line BD, which we know is equal to square root of what? 42.25. Now, what is square root of 42.25? The square root of 42.25 is 6.5. 6.5 centimeters. And that is exactly what we got when we worked on this particular, when we worked on this line using what? The first triangle. So that proved that, yes, that our angle BCD is equal to what? 90 degrees. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.